This is the moment that your specific person comes back to you or enters into your life because you have the ability to do that in this very specific and exact moment. You don't have to wait a month. You don't have to wait a week. You don't even have to wait a few minutes. And it's all based on a very simple idea that everyone in the law of assumption has been telling us this entire time. And that is your imagination is greater than reality. Take for a moment someone who might say, I wish my specific person were here with me, or I wish they would text me, or I wish I could fall in love with them, or be with them, or date them, or whatever. But remember, you say that as if you are requesting your external reality to give it to you, but you have the ability in this moment to assume and feel that state, and that is within your imagination. And I know your logical mind wants to fight this. Our logical mind wants to say, well, yeah, but my imagination isn't the same as my external reality. But it absolutely is. And the law of assumption would say, in your imagination is exactly how you create what you want outside of you. It's that feeling of the wish fulfilled. It's that moment in imagination when you know that you're already with your specific person as to when and how in the exact moment your reality begins to reflect it. So just think about how often you have been neglecting to give yourself exactly what you had the ability to do and feel in the moment. How long have you not been allowing yourself to feel as if you and your specific person were together or in love or obsessed over? Or how long have you not allowed yourself to be someone who's pursued, who's chased, and who's desired, right? This is all within our ability right now. It's not moments away, it's not minutes away, it's something you can do now. And as you begin to do this, remember, your mind cannot tell the difference between what is real and what is imagined. So as you begin to actually feel as the individual that already has it, that's how you're going to act and be and react in your reality. So then you're going to start the process of the bridge of events that creates it. And the bridge does not actually have to be any amount of time. If you assume this state in a very simplistic manner, to the level of knowing that's your reality, why would you technically need to perceive time? Time, in essence, is always a learning device, right? It's just something to give us the experience to know or make a decision. Always and forever, you're always going to be either making a decision or working your way up to making a decision. End of story. So you're either with your specific person or you're getting the boldness or confidence or maybe even the guts to actually assume it right now. And so that's what we're doing. And so technically, again, that in your imagination, you have the ability to give you whatever it is that you want at this current moment. And because this is how the law of assumption works, and you don't manifest what you want, you manifest what you are, by assuming that state, you are going to have an immediate and drastic effect outside of you. And I can already see a portion of our logical mind thinking, yeah, but it's not going to work. But take a moment and ask yourself, if you were to logically be with your specific person, and you split yourself into two individuals. So one individual knows they're loved, knows they're confident, and knows that everything is working out perfectly. And another individual that thinks the opposite, thinks, where is my specific person? And thinks they can't feel it until they're together, and thinks they have to demand from their reality that they want in a frustrated and angry way. Who do you think is going to get to their outcome the fastest and the quickest? We know, of course, it's going to be the person who feels as if they already have it. And then technically, because your specific person likes you for who you are and not what you do, the moment you be and embody that state can instantaneously change everything in your reality. And then though, some of us might be thinking, yeah, but Kyle, I'm not physically interacting with them. It doesn't matter. Your energy, your sensation, and even the lack of communication that you can have with your specific person will actually tell them everything that they need to know. You are forever and fully and completely expressing your state to your reality. This is something you are always doing, no matter where you're at, no matter what you're saying, no matter how, like, again, take example, those two individuals, the confident version of you and the non-confident. And now they're going to text their specific person something. Do you think those messages will be different? Or let's say they even don't decide to text their specific person something. Their actions, their sense of being, their beliefs, and everything is still there, right? They will always act in accordance to the state that they are in. And thus it's inevitable. That's why it can be in this moment. Nothing is stopping your specific person from reaching out to you right now. Because again, it's your imagination that is creative. You are giving the value to everything around you. What makes something positive or negative? What makes something good or bad, right? It's you, right? And if your specific person texts you something, you have the choice. Can this be something that helps you out and therefore will help you out? Or is it something that's detrimental and therefore will be detrimental? That's that moment again. You don't have to wait for your specific person. And then name another thing in your reality that you've honestly waited for. Right? Name something that you waited to be the person until after you got it. And the funny thing is, you will not be able to come up with an answer. No matter what it is, you were that thing first. You were that person first. To your dream job, the school you want to go to, even going to get groceries, right? You don't wait. I think I made this joke before, but you don't wait for your cabinets to fill up with groceries before you go and get them, right? That's absolutely crazy. So stop waiting on your reality to give you the feeling that you can give yourself. And honestly, nothing in your reality ever actually impacts you, right? It's always you. Right? You are always the one deciding what something means. And if you decide it's good, then it is good. If you decide it's bad, then it is bad. That's why your imagination is more powerful than reality, because you're actually just reacting and doing and being and behaving in accordance to what you think your reality is. But remember, your assumptions, allow them to be fluid, okay? Because as you begin to assume something, your reality or your mind might fight back a little bit. So for example, I was working with someone who momentarily, I was talking to them earlier, talked about how their specific person texted them for the first time in a while and then goes to their Instagram and likes their story. Now, in this moment, I would think, amazing success, right? And I think everybody watching this video would say, yes, amazing. But their mind still wanted to be under the assumption that their specific person never reaches out first, and their specific person isn't someone pursuing them. But the crazy thing is, even witnessing the reality show it completely differently, their mind still wanted to stick to their previous assumptions. And so you want to keep that in mind with your manifestation and understand your mind is doing the same exact thing. You are receiving successes. You are having positive things occur to you. But if your mind doesn't change, you're going to totally miss it and think your reality is actually working in the negative when in reality it is in the positive. And as we started to talk about this more with this individual in this success story, the more they actually understood. They were like, it was almost like a realization of, oh yeah, this is a success. This is working out for me. And the crazy thing is though, and again, remember, when you are the person receiving it with the opposite assumptions, it's gonna be hard to see from the outside perspective, because it seems obvious to us from the outside, but when we're in it, it feels a little different. That's why when you have the ability to pick and choose and perceive and be whatever you want right now, you're still going to think before you make that decision to be that person and choose your imagination over your reality. Your mind and logical awareness is still going to think things are not working out for you, but they are, right? It's just that your mind is essentially blocking the positives. And because you know me, I would always say everything in your reality is always positive no matter what. So always keep that in mind. It's always working out for you. But again, we can create and cause a veil of illusion to kind of drop over our eyes. And then we're totally unaware of these amazing things. Again, this person texted first from their SP and had their SP go to their story and or Instagram and like their story, still had the same assumptions. So be fluid in your assumptions. Remember, Your imagination is reality, right? They were totally missing it. So it only took the imagination of someone else to see it in order to bring their attention back to it. So sometimes you can even ask, if my best friend was in my position, how would I describe their story? How would I describe their situation, right? What would I give them as advice? What would I tell them is happening right now? And you'll sometimes see it's so much easier to see from that perspective. But remember, your imagination is reality. You create based on your assumptions, not what your 3D reality is, it's who you are, right? Your 3D reality is your best friend. It's always trying to help you. It's always working out for you. It's always creating an exact accordance to what you think. And I would even say it can't even create in the negative. It's just our own assumptions and illusions that make it seem that way. So remember, don't say, why isn't my specific person here? Don't say, I wish they were here with me. Don't say, I wish they would text me. Imagine it, assume it, be it. Act as that individual. Become them through and through. Literally make that decision. That's who you are, and your reality will follow suit as it always is. Again, think of the perspective from that success story. In a moment, they were assuming nothing was going right. But then in a split second, with a shift in their assumptions and in their imagination, all of a sudden, everything was working out in their favor. That's what's going to happen to you now, and you're going to see successes as a result of that. So remember, it doesn't have to be months, weeks, minutes, not even moments. Right now, you can give yourself exactly what you're looking for. And that's the secret. It's actually so simple that our mind actually begins to overlook it and think it needs to be more complicated. Don't make it more complicated. You will see results by doing this right here and right now. So take a moment and comment that down below. What is it that you are in the moment of right now? Are you at your wedding? Are you on your honeymoon? Is your specific person texting you more than they've ever texted you? Are they chasing after you? Are they pursuing you? Are they asking you out, right? Comment that down below. And it's not moments from now. It's not minutes from now. That's who you are now. What would it feel like if this was occurring in this moment? That feeling is the creative power, and that feeling gives you everything you could ever want. If you did have any questions on this as well, make sure to comment them down below. As well, make sure to keep me updated on all of your manifestations. But remember, don't put your 3D above your imagination, because your imagination is so much more important. Again, and if your mind wants to fight against this, think back to the two versions of you. One version of you that knows that they have it. One version of you that's confident, right? How does that person react? How does that person go towards their manifestation? How do you trust that person over the one that might be sad or doubtful or worried or stressed? And it's okay to feel stressed sometimes. That's not a problem, because it's all an illusion still. But bring it back to what you want. Give yourself what you feel your reality is neglecting to give you, and you're going to manifest exactly what you want. If you did have any other questions and you did want to reach out to me personally, make sure to head over to KyleAugustCoaching.com. Again, that's if you want questions or thoughts or anything that you just didn't want to post publicly. As always, thank you so much for stopping by today. I'm happy to see you here. Happy to see you watching. Huge shout out to my subscribers, and thank you so much for becoming a member. And as always, thank you so much for stopping by today, and I'll see you in my next video.